Hey, I'm Bobby, and this is Caleb. We live across the hall from Taylor. He is our RA.
He's the best.
He is. He organizes some really great floor events like dodgeball and going to Scotty's Brew House to eat all-you-can-eat wings.
Yeah, and poker night, which I won. I didn't know how to play.
You still don't know how to play.
I think Taylor's the best RA actually because he talks all the time with you. He actually interacts sometimes.
He made our floor like sociable. Like I got to know people because Taylor encouraged us all to keep our doors open. So like now everybody just walks by and says hey to each other. It's pretty open actually. You just walk into like. He's like my big brother, even though like I'm the oldest child, so I don't have an older person to look up to. But Taylor's there to give me advice about school and even girls sometimes. Yeah, I have a lot of problems with that. Anyway,
yeah, well, whatever.
And he tells us to study a lot, which even though he just says it to say it,
But I actually listen to him
sometimes.
and go and do it, so it's helpful.
Taylor is a great RA. He's a great friend to all of us. He definitely makes it a lot easier to get to know the other people on the floor and throughout the dorm just by how he can, make easy connections with other people from down the hall, since I live at one end versus the other. We had a great time. I remember one of the few things that we did was we went to Scotty's and we all ate wings and stuff and hung out. And that was a lot of fun. And we also had like a few pizza parties here and there, getting together. We had like a class schedule thing where we matched up our class schedules and tried to figure out where we could find a study partner who may have a different teacher. That way we can get to know the material better. Overall, pretty great, pretty good dude.
Taylor is a good RA in my opinion because he's knowledgeable as far as the happenings around campus, and he's an upstanding person, and he's gone above and beyond the call of duty of being an RA, and he's influenced me just through the good stuff that he does as far as being a good person. He's influenced me to be an RA myself, and he's just a great upstanding guy, and I really suggest that he gets reelected for the position because I think he makes a good addition to the UND staff.
Okay, so for the semester that I've been living here at Sea Breezy, one of the RAs that I've really gotten to know personally is Taylor Van Diemen. Not only would he always say hi to me whenever I would come in the doors, but I also had a class with him, and being the freshman that I am, I didn't really know a lot of people, so Taylor really helped me feel comfortable in that classroom situation. He would help me with homework and just know all the procedures that would go on, and so not only did I know him as an RA inside of the dorm, but I also knew him as a friend outside of the dorm too, and so he's just really helped me grow as a person in general. Yay, Taylor!
Hi, I'm a resident at Corvette. My name is Alyssa Blanca. Taylor's one of my RAs here, and he's always been really friendly, and he's always fun to talk to. And one time I needed a maintenance request, and he got it in for me right away. And he's always really friendly with everyone.
Taylor has affected my college experience in a very positive way. Whenever I first got here, didn't really know very many people, and he kind of went out on his own, helped me and my roommate out, which my roommate isn't here anymore, but he helped us get into the community a little bit, like the college community. Hung out with us in the lobby, played pool, got us to meet a lot of people. They take us out on these fun activities with our hall, and We and him went to a Colts game one time, real fun. He's all positive, always takes out his time for others, and he'd be a really good hire for next year. Done.
My name is E.B. Alexander, and I love working with Taylor Van Diemen. He does all of his duties very well, and he's always on time, and he's just a great RA. Anything I've ever seen him do, he gave 120%, and he's just awesome at being an RA, and I believe he should be rehired because he is great.
Hi, my name is Nate Ridgway, and I'm a senior RA here in Corey Bretz. And about Taylor, so I've known Taylor since he was a freshman here in Corey Bretz about a year ago, and then now as an RA this past semester. And I think generally what Taylor has done for us here on staff has really brought in the whole concept of like authentic relationships with both staff members and then also residents kind of to the fore. And like what I mean is that he lets his feelings, he like in the moment, he doesn't I guess front or that kind of thing. And he really knows how to create true friendships with those people who he's around. And also I think what Taylor's done is he's also kind of put the spark and energy with the staff, kind of the person who really gets people going. In terms of the vibe and the juice and stuff that really, kind of gets people pepped up. And so I think in those two respects, Taylor really brings some advantages to the Corey Bretz staff this year we haven't had before.
Taylor is really dependable. He's really fun to work with, and I know that if I ever need anything, that he's just there to get it for me, or he's there to help. He's really energetic, and he's got lots of energy, and I think that helps play with the residents, and the residents feed off of that and see how loving and caring he is. Taylor's awesome. You should rehire him.
Alright, so Taylor Van Diemen is one of the best co-workers ever. He's seriously the best. Let me tell you about this one time we handled this problem. Okay, so this guy goes up the girl's side, and he had a key, and so Taylor saw it, and he's like, hey, that guy has a key to the girl's side. And so I go, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. And so he chases after the guy, and he goes, hey, you have to get back down here, we need you to sign some stuff, because I'm an RA, and you can't have a girl's key, because that's against UND policy. And then, so we got the guy, and then we called the girl, and so we had him fill out paperwork, and Taylor was just really, really good at having them fill out paperwork. It was awesome. Honestly, I don't know if he could have done that a better way. It was flawless. It was phenomenal. 110% done the right way. Will, freaking champion.
So, how has it been working with Taylor? It's been really good. He's always willing to help you out, always willing to do you a favor if you need one. And I think we've managed to put together a good community on our floor this year. And we have had some issues, a number of roommate conflicts, which working together, we were able to form a good dynamic and help to solve.
So Taylor, I've heard some great things about you. I want to know, what have you enjoyed about your position, and how have you been successful? Well, Chuck, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Some things I really enjoyed about this is I really liked getting to know new residents around the building and just building relationships with them, along with getting to know the staff better. I've really enjoyed working with them. They're really fun, and they're just awesome, That's the only way to put it. It's just been a really great year. what else I really enjoyed with the residents is making those like connections with them and really impacting their lives. You know, I've had them come up and say, "Hey Taylor, you've influenced me in such and such way," and like I thank you for that. And that's really just, it's really made me feel like I've had a purpose with this job, and I've really enjoyed that. So I'd like to continue doing that.
So Taylor, say you get rehired, what are 3 main goals that you would like to accomplish next year with this job?
That's another good question, Chuck. What I really want to do next year is to impact more lives in a positive manner. You know, I just want to be there to be people's role models. You know, so they have somebody to look up to. I've really enjoyed doing that this year with the freshmen in this dorm. Something else I want to do is do more programming. You know, off campus. I did a event this year where I took all the residents to Scotty's Brewhouse, and that was just a great time, and they really loved that. And I think that was just more of they just got away from school, and you know they left all the stress here in their dorm room and went and had a great time at Scotty's. So I want to do more of that, and I want to be able to affect more people's lives in ways that they have a great experience here at UIndy, as in like they remember my name as like a great person to be around, and not just like an RA who's, you know, the boss and whatnot and is mean and things like that. I want to like build relationships with more people.
You know, Taylor, along with this job, there's a lot of stress and work to be done. So I just want to know, how have you done with your schoolwork? You know, just give me a little insight on that.
Yes, I knew you were going to ask about school, and then something happened this year which was really awesome. You know, I gained a lot of responsibility along with this job, and actually my grades, I made all A's and B's last semester, and my GPA actually went up while doing this job, and I was really proud of myself for that, and it was just a great time.
So Taylor, why don't you tell me about some issues that happened while you were on duty?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit of that. This year while I was on duty, I did end up doing a documentation. There was a resident who gave her keys to their guest to use the restroom downstairs, so I had to document both of them, just so that's not allowed. And then also, when I was on duty, a girl came with me with a maintenance request, so I got that in, and then got that fixed as soon as possible. But yeah, that was about all I had on duty.
That's interesting. Can you go ahead and tell me about some things that might have happened on your floor also?
Yeah, a little bit of what happened on my floor. There was a roommate conflict. Just 2 roommates didn't really get along, so we met with them individually and then together, and eventually we did settle the dispute and kept things appropriate. And then also the second floor flooded. That was an interesting experience. I called Kalen up and said, "Hey, ring-a-ding-ding, the second floor bathroom is flooding everywhere." And he called emergency maintenance, and then some maintenance got there and fixed that problem.
Taylor, now a really important question. Why should we hire you back?
Yes, why to rehire me back? I have built great relationships with residents. We have a great time, and like our floor is always appropriate. It's just been really awesome, the relationships that I've built with all the residents here. You know, I've impacted many of their lives, and they've told me that, and that just gives me like the best feeling in the world, knowing that I've done something. And then they have also impacted my lives, you know, and my life has just as much as they've impacted mine. And I've really enjoyed this job, and it really helped me find who I am as a person and what I like to do, and that is be an influence on people. So I'd love to continue doing this job. Thanks, Chuck.